Hello and welcome to the second unit for AI workflows. So previously, if you wanted to make an email more polite, you didn't have access to your emails. You couldn't send it out automatically. That was an important thing. And then you couldn't even keep an eye out to kind of like listen to an email and then kind of automatically reply. That's where the idea of AI workflows comes in. This is basically when you have an LLM, but you decided to give it hands. So it can basically just grab things and do things. So let's say if you have a brain, but you don't have any arms or hands to do anything, um, it's very hard for you to do anything. So you just give yourself hands so you can do those tasks. And these hands are usually programs that already exist. If you use Zapier, there's like different programs you can stitch together to get something done. Or if you have not used it, I will kind of tell you what a program looks like. So there are some programs that basically send pre-written emails. So if you use MailChimp or something like that, you just write an email and it pre-sends it. Or maybe fetch information about a user. There's a lot of tools that do that. So what if you put an LLM in between, right? So create an email based on users' existing data. It could be anywhere. It could be stored in a database or anywhere from a website or something like that and send it out. So the tools that came to prominence were Make, Gumloop, Lindy, N8N. There's so many right now that help you create these AI workflows, right? So this is what an AI workflows looks like. It has access to a lot of services and its tools. So if you know HubSpot, it's a CRM tool. So basically what you can do is grab all the sales data, which is kind of like in a different format. It could be in a JSON format, or let's kind of not talk about JSON, but like it might be unstructured, right? It's just text. So the LLM takes that text, summarizes it based on a prompt. Maybe like you want like the collection of the whole data, and then kind of send out an email to you. So every morning you get an email from your HubSpot data. That's like a workflow, right? It could even send it to your boss or like a particular team. And think about these things as like very abstract ideas, like getting information, LLM, maybe sending it out. Maybe there could be multiple steps in between. Don't think about it as HubSpot. It could be anything. It could be a Salesforce one, or it could be CRMs. There's different for different industries. Like you have Epic for healthcare, and then you have ERP systems for restaurants, things like that. So think about just these abstract ideas and an LLM in between. Okay, so here is a workflow we created using Gumloop. The link is here, so I will recommend you take a look. Our CEO, Annie, she did a demo for this as well, where you basically add a URL for a company, and you have also the option of adding any pitch deck or Google Docs um, about a particular company. And then it basically goes and scrapes the internet and uses the doc to kind of find the relevant information to give you some sort of a report back. Currently, this report just comes right here, but what you can do is you can pair it so it sends it to your email or anywhere else. So let's kind of look at one of these nodes, and you can basically see that this is the web scraper node, but we're kind of checking. You can run the whole project here, but I want to kind of point your thought towards right here, where we are checking whether this thing is empty or not, which is like if the website URL is empty or not. And why did we check that? Like, shouldn't a computer know? Like, a computer can run Google Maps and like do FaceTime and all that kind of stuff, but it's not able to kind of figure out that if a thing does not exist, don't run it, right? That's like a very fundamental thing where we talk about computers. That will be our segue to our next topic, which is like computers are dumb and why workflows are set in stone. And this is kind of talking about the limited nature of workflows where they only solve very structured problems. That's kind of is the launchpad where we will try to talk about AI agents and how they're more autonomous. So hang in there, and I'll see you in the next unit.